Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. I pray everyone is well. We are back at it again for another business marketing strategy, y'all. Let's talk about the things we need to do to grow our business. We are at the end stretch of this year. All right. 2025 is about to be over, okay? But nonetheless, we have goals, we have assignments, we have purpose that we need to do and accomplish. So I'm excited to just share some information, talk it up with you guys to really just discuss what it is that we need to do when it comes to our business. What strategies may work for us and what may not work for us. And I am really, really excited to just dive into this topic today because some people may have different opinions of it, but we're going to dive into it, and I'm just going to share my opinion and my experience, my perspective on it. And I know that whatever it is that you have for your business, where you are in your business journey, entrepreneurship, that it could help you. So I'm going to talk about the importance. Does the online marketing, does it really work? Does it really give you the results that you're looking for, that you need? Because a lot of times people have their business strategies, they have their ways of marketing, whether it's in person, whether it's, networking events where they go, with like-minded people in person, which is great. That's good. So that's a good way to market. But does the online marketing really work? Should you even really put your time, your energy into building up this online thing? Because it could be maybe a challenge for you. It may not be working for you. You may not be seeing the results that you are looking for. So you may be thinking to yourself, okay, should I even really put my money, my time, and my energy into really building up this online presence, okay, for your business? And I'm just gonna just dive into it, and I'm really just gonna just ask a few questions just to ponder on, because when you think about having an online presence, it's kind of like having your marketing strategy sales pitch that will always be pushed into your ideal client without you having to do it manually, without you having to do it in person, without you having to be present. The online marketing is a way for you to have your ideal client hear your sales pitch, hear what it is that you do and what you are able to bring value to them. Okay. So if you think about it, whether you're in business, you have business, you've been in business for years, you are, very successful. You've had a good run with being in person, doing the business networking events, doing the tables at conferences or speaking engagements. And that's good. That's a way to build up momentum. But when you don't have that online presence, we're really in that digital age of online marketing. And what I like to always remind myself with my business marketing is that even though I may be able to go and speak to 100 people, if I have a speaking engagement, I may be able to, speak to maybe 10 to 20 people at a networking event for business partnerships. But when it comes to that online, that reach is so much greater than what I could do personally. So what do you think for yourself? Is it really worth it? Is it something that you should implement right now? Because when you think about business, you want to make sure that you're putting in systems and implementing these things so that you can have a long-term momentum. You can really keep up with the incoming new leads, the booking and speaking engagements. Because if you are only one person and you have to be present for all the marketing, you will eventually burn out. And when I'm here, I'm really a strong advocate of not burning out. We are not in business to be burnt out. Okay, so it's so important that we take the time to really lay out the business strategies for marketing and how we can really have this thing long term, right? Because you don't want to solely be having the one to be in person to have to market your business and sell it, right? So some of us may not be too tech savvy, okay? And I'm here to share many different tips on how to schedule posts, how to create your posts, what to post, how to generate the content that your audience need. Right? I share so many different tips on ways that you can implement this yourself. Some people may be in a space where they can invest in the help, invest in the quality for, having people to partner with them and do their social media management. But I'm here to share ways that you can do it yourself. And even if you start with as a one-man band, there are automated systems, AI, technology, so many different softwares that can help you speak to your audience, stay in communication with your audience, and whether that's online, whether that's emails, whether that's, text messages, there's so many ways that you can market without having to be the one to manually post or in-person speaking engagement, networking events. You don't want to have that being your sole way of marketing. So here's a food for thought. When you think about having an online presence, right, you're building your business, you may have a good following, you may have a lot of clientele. And when you have people knowing about you, that's a great way. You have word of mouth. But what do most people, if not everyone, what is the first thing that people do when they hear about your business, when you tell them what it is that you do and how you help and serve families and how you help and change people's businesses? What is the first thing that people do? You guys let me know, what is the first thing that people do when you are introducing them? Like, business cards, that's good. Business cards is good. But the online resume is simply your social media, your online presence, your website, that landing page that you have for your business. People are going to scope you out. They're going to go check you out because guess what? You and we go check people out and see what they are involved with, what they are doing, what they're doing in the community. If they are even getting feedback, is there a community that is surrounding them that they have helped people and made a difference? You're going to go and check them out. So if you are a business owner, if you are an entrepreneur and you're saying you have these products and services, one, if you don't have this presence online, when people go and search you, you're nowhere to be found, right? You are nowhere to be found. And even if they met you in a brief moment in a networking event, they will still take time to check out your social media to see what more do you have to offer. What more value do you bring? What products and services do you really have that they could benefit from? Okay, so when you have that online presence, it's a great way to have that backup resume, right? It's basically that online display, public display of an online resume, because that is what people will initially see when they go and check you out on your social media. And I want to ask you guys, what is your online presence saying to the person that don't know you from a can of paint? If you're an entrepreneur, can I go to your page? And this is me reminding myself, can I go to my page and get a clear indication of what it is that I do? If I go to your business page, am I clear on what it is that you do? Or am I your ideal client? Will I be able to identify that you can help me and I need your help? I need your product. I need your services. Or is it kind of like sporadic? You don't post, maybe since last month, or you got a mixture of personal. Now it's good to have a balance. But what is it that your business page, what are you showing on your business page? If I go on your online business page, what does your page tell the person that does not know you? Right? When you think about it, if you have a following in person, you're doing great things in the community, there will be a time where they're going to ask you, do you have a website? Do you have ways that I can get registered? Is there a place where I can visit to actually, get signed up or join this team or, fill out an application? Whatever type of business that you have, you need to have that online, because going in person and doing the paper write-outs, of registration, that's good. But you can reach so many more people online with digital forms. Okay. And it's a great way to still market even while you're asleep. You're not even really online or on Facebook. You're not maybe active all the time. But if you have a system that's running for you, online, you can still be collecting information. You can still be collecting people's names, emails, numbers, get them signed up for an event that you have, let them know what it is that you have up and coming, right? So I really, really, really want to take this time to see, like, what do you think about this online marketing? And I'll share a story, because when you think about it, a lot of times people may get discouraged with social media. Let's talk about it. You may have tried the online marketing. You may have tried it. You may have said, all right, this month I'm going in, I'm going to post, I'm going to, show up. And y'all, it's real. It is a muscle that you need to build up. But I know a lot of us may be able to relate to the fact that we have tried the social media thing. We have tried to build up that consistency online. But if you can't stay on top of it, there are systems that you can place. And I'll talk about that at the end of this, to really make sure that whether it's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, there are ways that you can alleviate you having to do it in real time. You can really schedule everything out. So you try to, stay consistent with social media. And a lot of times we may be doing well with social media, posting information, sharing, doing lives, doing teachings, posting flyers, giving information, giving tips. But eventually we feel like we're not seeing the results. A lot of people may not be registering. People may not really be showing up in the first 1 to 3 months of you really doing this thing with social media. But when you think about it, it really takes that time to build up that momentum, and you cannot discount any increase of visibility. I'm going to say that again. Please do not discount whether it is a very small increase of visibility. If your page is growing, do not discount that. But in order to know that, you have to be intentional with where you started and where you are currently. So you have to review your analytics. I share all the time that please look at your numbers, because whether you know it or not, your social media can be growing, and you're not, without reviewing your analytics, you're not even able to really see what is really grabbing your audience attention. Okay. So if you've done the social media thing, you may not see the results that you want, but you just got to keep going. And when it comes to whether it's business partnerships or other people who may not even know what you do, just imagine if they come, you say you've started your business, you started that clothing line, that shoe brand, that, hair, skin, photography, finance, whatever it is. And people come to your page and it's like a ghost town. Like, it's nothing that really shows what it is that you do. And it's not at least consistent. It's not something that you are on top of it. You're posting every day, or as frequently as you can starting out, right? If someone comes and visit your page, you don't want it to be a ghost town, because that will immediately get them to do what? Swipe left and go to someone else's page who has been very consistent, or even if it's once a week, twice a week, you got to stay on some type of routine that you can maintain for a long period of time. Sometimes, you try to start out posting every single day, 2 times a day. That's a lot to try to keep up long term. We're building systems that can maintain over a long period of time. So what I'm saying is that when you have your social media, do not despise small beginnings, because when people are starting to see your videos, your content, your flyers and posters, they will eventually get the gist, like, oh, she's serious. Oh, he's serious. He's about his business. Oh, I've seen them, doing a gig or doing a speaking engagement. And you never know who is watching your page. You never know who may have heard about word of mouth, like, oh, so-and-so does X, Y, and Z. And they'll say, oh, okay, really? They'll go and check your page. And guess what? If you have been consistent, if you have been committed, they will be able to really listen in, review, see and read your content and say, hey, I like what you've been talking about. Let's meet up and let's have a business meeting. Let's talk about some partnerships. But if we give up on the social media, you're missing out on opportunities. So is it giving you results? Yes, it can. Yes, it will, but you have to stick to it and be predictable in one way, shape, or form. If it's once a week, twice a week, every single day, whatever you decide to do, you want to be predictable and consistent with that, because you never know who may come across your page because they've heard of you by reference. And then they checked out your business page, your social media. They went to your website and they said, hey, I like what you talk about. And by the time you meet with them, guess what? You don't even have to really do any salesy thing, any convincing, trying to break down the wall to break down and have them understand what it is that you do. They have already decided by qualifying your social media account whether I should partner up, whether I should donate, whether I should sponsor, whether I should even be a client to this person. So it is a great way to cut out all the fluff. If you have business appointments, or if you have, whatever, meetings and things that clientele that builds up, you want to make sure that by the time they come to you, they know exactly what you do and what you don't do, what it is that you are serving them with, and what it is that it's clear. It's not so broad like, oh, I help everybody. No, you don't help everybody. You should have a clear and precise ideal client. You should have somebody be able to come to your page who is your ideal client and say, I can identify with that. Let me see a little bit more. So then when you do have events, when you do have, products that are being released, you are now able to really talk to the person that is looking for what it is that you do. So if you do not have this and I don't really see you online, how can I know what it is that you do and how you can help me? All right. So it's so important to build this up. And I really want to encourage you guys, if you're looking into social media, it's so important to increase your visibility online, because AI, the chat bots, the technology, all of that is advancing, and we need to take part of it. And if we don't take part in it, then we can be left behind with our business marketing. You can be left behind in how to really reach people that are looking for what you do. And I want to also share this, is that whether you believe it or not, you have an audience that is specifically set out for you in your business. You have your own audience. You have people who are assigned to you. God has ordained you to do whatever business that you are called to do, and people are assigned to your way of doing it, the way that He has given it to you. So when we do it, when we market our business, when we go forth and launch that business idea, be yourself and market the way you know works best for you. And just be consistent, because it will bring you results. People will hear about you and they will be able to come and check out your social media, right? It's like when you do not have too many people viewing you, it's a great opportunity to just still post that content, share that video, give that tip. Because guess what? There will be a time. Just imagine if you have an opportunity, right? And you just blow up and like being viral, you get a major exposure. People you get a major opportunity to speak in front of thousands of people. And you finally get to share your business. Like, you've been doing it, but people that have heard you on that big opportunity, they come to your social media and they still see you having a whole vault of content. That's what you want. So you want to prepare for that very big moment. You don't want to get a big opportunity and then people come to your page and you have like 1, 2, 3, 4 posts. It just shows that you're not very active. You're not very present online. So just imagine you don't want to get that opportunity where you get a big blow up, a big breakthrough, a big exposure, a great opportunity, and then your social media is kind of skimp, or it's like a ghost town because you gave up too soon, because nobody was watching, or you didn't get too many likes, or you didn't get too many people to come to the event. You didn't get nobody to show up. I saw a video today this young lady, she was obedient to the assignment that God had called her to do a faith-led brunch, and nobody registered, nobody showed up. But she still put on the event. She laid out the tables, she put up the gift bags, and she showed up and she made a video, even though that nobody showed up. Can we do that? Can we show up for ourselves when we know that our business is our assignment and what we're supposed to be doing to help people? Doesn't matter what it looks like right now, but can you be consistent? Because when people come, you won't be new to this. You won't be new to this. You've been making the content. You got to get in the gym. You've been meeting with people. You have to really build up that online presence. Because when people come to your page, they want to see the value. They want to scroll through they'll just go down your page and really look at videos. That's how we do. You go to someone's page and you're just scrolling and you see their video and you're like, oh, that's cute. That was good. You see another and you're like, oh my gosh, that was funny. Or boom, I like how she said that. Or I like how he how he explained that. When you have content, that person, a lot of times we look at influencers now and we focus so much on the following, the likes or the subscribers. But when you just shift your perspective to how many posts they have, thousands of posts. I want us to walk away from this session with the perspective shifted from the likes and the subscribers to the actual posts and the number of posts that you are posting. So I don't care if you got 5 people to your new business page, great. But how many posts have you posted on your business page? I want us to shift our perspective on the number of posts, because that shows the consistency, that shows the buildup, that shows that you're really, really bringing that value. You're really, really talking to your audience. It doesn't matter what it looks like, because when people come, they're going to want to see what it is that you have to offer. When people come, when you get a big opportunity or people start to, Lord brings the increase and you don't have nothing on your Instagram or your social media, you don't want to miss out on the opportunity. So having an online presence, yes, it is worth it. Over time, a lot of times we can't be so microwave. We can't be so microwave. You got to lay out the systems to build up that momentum and sustain the consistency for yourself. What can you handle with your social media? Are you bringing value? How are you generating the content? What are you talking about in your content? Sometimes people don't get the reach or the views because you're not really talking about something that people can relate to. You're not talking to your audience, right? And I talk about that in many different videos and sessions. But today, I just want to be that reminder for anybody who is, may not be tech savvy. You may have a great successful business in person, but you don't have an online presence. It is worth it. Invest in it. Partner up with people who are really, really good at it. I help business owners to build an online presence, whether it's social media, whether it is building and establishing business systems. I am here to help. I'm able to build websites designed with keywords, SEO. You want to have that. All of that matters when it comes to online marketing. All of that matters. All of that matters. So if you don't know it, invest. If you do know it and you just need that push to say, okay, it's worth it, like I'm going to put my time into it, put your time into it, because people need to know. If you're starting that practice, if you're building that business, start an online presence. Talk about what it is that you do. I'm telling you guys, it's so many people out here that gets the views, that just sharing insights, sharing value, like just talking, showing up, seeing their face, hearing their voice, hearing their perspective. They're getting the exposure that they need. And then they're like, oh, people want to join you. People want to partner up with you. People want to work with you when I know you. When I, at least, people feel like they know you. You want to be personable. You got to be open so that people have a feel for what it is that you do in your business. So the overall question that I answered tonight, is it worth it? Does it even really bring you results? In my opinion, it does. Invest in it, whether it's business partnership. People will come to your page and say, let me see what they're talking about. I agree with that. I like that. I know exactly what she's talking about. Let's set a time to meet. That's what online presence can do. Or I need someone to do my photography. Let me go to your page and see what type of photos you got. Yeah, oh, I love that. I love how they did that. Let me message you and see what's your availability, right? Brands, clothes, skincare, whatever your product is, prepare yourself for the increase. Prepare yourself for the increase. Prepare yourself for the increase, because if you do not, there's a chance that you can miss out on a major opportunity for growth in your business. So that is all I have for tonight, you guys. I will see you guys next week. We're going to close out this year very strong, laying out business systems, having structure, having predictability, and increasing our visibility online together. So until next time, you guys, y'all be blessed, and I'll see you then.